Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's May 22nd, 2025. Great to be with all of you today. My name is Bob Lang, and it's time for our Daily Bites, where we talk a little bit about markets, what happened, what's going on right now, and what may be happening down the road here. So we had quite a bit of a spill yesterday after a nice strong rally for about 6 days in a row. SP 500 was up all last week, all 5 days, and Nasdaq was also up all 5 days. Dow Industrials, no, not so much because of that problem with UNH, of course, but being up 5 days in a row and then also on Monday gave the markets a 6-day winning streak, and that's kind of rare. We don't really see that long of a market streak up or down too often, but still, you know, it pushed the S&P 500 above that 200-day moving average, which it had encountered some resistance for several days. Pushed it right above there, and now we're above there right now, and we have to see where markets are going to be headed after hanging out up there. We see a little bit of weakness so far this morning. We saw some rallying overnight. We did pull back a little bit over the past half an hour. We're down about 16 handles. Dow Industrial's down about 180. Nasdaq down about 32 handles. Had a couple good earnings reports last night from Zoom and also from Snowflake, which had a really nice earnings report and guided up as well too. That's up about 9% here. Advanced Auto Parts reported earnings this morning. They're up about $10 here, 32% move up on that one. And that CRWV, which we sold yesterday, boy, it really ran up hard in the middle of the night. It ran up to about 100. I see it ran up to about 120, only up about $2.50 right now to 109 or so. Still, what a run this stock has had. I talked about it last Friday on Yahoo Finance with Josh Lipton, and I said that the stock had a chance to make it move to $100 to $110, and here we are. That was just in about 3 days, so it's not too shabby. Good call on that one. We had that in the service. We had that in the chat room as well too. So a lot of people in there in both places made some really nice money on CRWV. So we're out of it now, except for have it in the Leaps product. So that's been a nice runner for us here as well. So I want to share with you a couple of charts here. We only have a short time here today to talk about markets. Here's the volatility index, and here's something else that I talked about last Friday with Josh Lipton on Yahoo, and the fact that the volatility had come down quite sharply down to the higher teens. He had asked me, could we get down to the low teens? And I said, certainly this week would be a possibility. And why is that? It's because we have a 3-day weekend coming up, and we usually see volatility coming down in front of a 3-day weekend. So it would be no surprise for me to see today and tomorrow see volatility come down. And in kind, what generally happens is the SP 500, the S&P futures, tend to go up sharply if the volatility starts to come down. Now, if that doesn't happen, if volatility comes down and the markets don't go up, that's giving a red flag warning to the markets that we are overbought and we're not going to go up, because we'll see that volatility get paid back early next week, probably on Tuesday or Wednesday, if volatility does come down. So keep an eye on that. We did have a big move up in the VIX on Wednesday. Check that out. We see that we moved above that 200-day moving average. So that in and of itself is a bearish sign, and it is a sell signal. Now, if we follow through on that, that convinces me even more that we have some downside for the markets ahead and a little bit higher up in volatility. Where could we go back in volatility? Well, I like to do a little simple Fibonacci retracement here, and let's see what that comes up to. We tag we have to go up to that 60 level, which we had in early April, and the low in just a couple of days ago around 16. If we move up through this 50-day moving average, the first level 33 on the VIX. Next up is about 37, 38 on the VIX, which would be a 50% retracement level. Seems like it's far off and really not much of a catalyst to get us there, but still, you don't need that, right? All we need to do is understand price levels and objectives. And if we plot these Fibonacci numbers the way they are, they usually come to fruition. So we may see a rally in volatility and a drop in the markets over the next several weeks. This took about a month and a half to get from 60 all the way down to the teens. It only took about 13, 14 days to get from the teens all the way up to 60, right? We had that big rally in volatility right after the Liberation Day happened on April 2nd. So something to keep an eye on here. So let's take a look at another chart here. I want to show you the new highs, new lows. We look at this one from time to time. New highs, new lows. We're printing really nicely above zero for a while there. And yesterday, boom, we printed a minus number, -9, which is somewhat benign, right? But still, it's a difference from what we've been experiencing over the past few weeks, which we've been above zero for the past few weeks. And that, you know, again, this is just, is it a cause for concern? No, not yet, but it tells you that the market is starting to get a little bit tired here, and we could see a little bit of a pullback of maybe 3%, 4%, 5%. Perhaps that's going to scare a lot of people, right? A 5% drop from here is about from 5,800. 5% drop would be about almost 300 handles, take us down to 5,500. That would scare a lot of people. A lot of people that I've been watching and listening to have said that there is some good support at the 5,700 level. Let's see if they're right. So I pretty much say that's accurate right here. We got some good support right here, and that's about 5,700 roughly, where we have that gap from just below there. So if we come back down and test that area, come down here, down here, down here, down over here, you know, we bounce off of there. That could be a positive. That's going to set up a nice higher low in the chart. But if we break through that level, you know, there's some levels down below about 5,500. And again, that 5% mark on the downside would be an objective that I'd be looking for. But as it is right now, we're not there yet. We're still correcting down, pulling back over here. And again, this is one of those garden variety corrections that they like to call it. 5,700 should be about where we would land, and that's about 140 handles below from where we're at right now. We finished on Wednesday at 58.44. We were down 100 handles, down more than 100 handles at one point, so close to 1.7%. So today we have earnings coming out from Intuit. Also, Analog Devices came out this morning. We also have, excuse my back here, Deckers, Autodesk, Ross Dress for Less, ROST, and Workday will be out after the close today. So potential for some movement here. Don't forget, tomorrow is the last trading day of the week, and we have a 3-day weekend coming up. Monday, the markets will be closed for Memorial Day, so keep an eye on that. And so, you know, as I've been saying for a while, preaching for a while, raise cash levels. If you have some profits on some stuff, take them off the board, keep some puts on, and wait for the next move. We really don't know what that is. Are we turning down here? It's possible. Are we going to turn back up? That's possible as well too. We really don't know. Just play the markets as they tell you and instruct you how to go. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys all back next week, probably on Thursday. Again, Monday the market's closed. I won't be having a daily bites for you on that day, but I'll see you guys all back on Thursday. We'll talk about what happened over the weekend, if there's any news at all. And then that's another thing, you know, you don't want to have, you don't want to be caught without any protection in case the news comes out over the weekend. Take care. Have a great day and great trading day. Have a great weekend, great long weekend. Enjoy your Memorial Day. All the veterans, thank you all for your service. Appreciate all of what you do. Huge thank you from all of us here at Explosive Options. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you guys all next week.